In this video, we do a campground review of the South Rim Campground at Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Today we're doing a campground review of the South Rim Campground at Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park near Montrose, Colorado. And I'm doing it from inside the cargo camper because this is the view outside. It's raining. We don't always have clear and sunny skies at the campground. Okay guys, so as I'm dodging raindrops here, what I wanted to do was do a quick campground review of the South Rim Campground at Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. What an awesome place to camp, but there are some unique things that you need to know about this campground, so let's get into it. South Rim Campground is located inside Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, and it's easily accessible by Grand Junction or Colorado Springs or even Denver. It is a fantastic place to camp. Here is a look at the South Rim Campground map, and as you can see, it consists of 3 loops, and each loop is a little bit different. We're going to cover all of them. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the restroom facilities. So there is a restroom facility in each of the loop, and it's indicated by the red arrow. Here's what the restroom facilities look like. As you can see, they're single use, either sex, and they are vault toilets, so no running water. So we'll take a look inside. Basically what you're going to see is a vault toilet. They do have some handicap bars, so that's good. And then no running water, but there is hand sanitizer and a trash receptacle. So here is a look inside. Pretty basic. Let's take a look at some of the example sites in this campground. The first site we're going to take a look at is A6, and A6 is a site where you park along the side of the road and then just kind of walk in. It's indicated by the red arrow. So here's a look. You can see the parking. So you just pull off. So not really a lot of room. I mean, you might get away with a small RV, a small travel trailer, but really this is more for, tent sites. It's indicated on the map that it's a small trailer site, less than 25 feet. As we make our way in, you'll see that it's equipped with a bear box and a picnic table and then a fire pit with grow grate and then a little bit of room to pitch a tent or a screen house. Not a whole lot of room. These are not big sites. But that kind of gives you an idea of what this kind of site is like. The next site we're going to take a look at is A16. Now A16 is a medium trailer site, so between 26 and 39 feet according to the map. And so we'll take a look at it from the road. So as you can see, this is more like your standard back-end site. And right there you can see there's a kind of a pull-off site. That is A20. So that one is for, I'm sorry, that's A17 for large trailers. But here we go. We're going to make our way in here. As you can see, nice parking, gravel, pretty level. Shouldn't have any problems if you have a trailer or an RV. And then back behind the site is your bear box, your picnic table, and your fire pit with grow grate. So lots of room to pitch a tent. You can kind of go back behind the site there a little bit. So, pretty nice site, but still you're limited on some space. Near the campground is an amphitheater where rangers give talks on all kinds of things regarding history and the natural resources of the park. Check it out. The amphitheater is easily accessed by all 3 camping loops, and it's down a slight hill and a really, really nice amphitheater. And we really enjoyed the ranger talks that we heard when we were staying there. Here's an example of one of the ranger talks, and as you can see, beautiful facility, beautiful scenery, just a great place for ranger talks. Let's take a drive-in tour. So for our drive-in tour, we're going to follow the path with the red arrows, And the first loop we're going to do is Loop A. And so Loop A is available for reservations. And as you can see, the roads were under construction when we were there. So there was a little bit of a delay depending on when we were trying to get in and get out. Sometimes it was down to one lane, and so they did have some traffic management. That was not ideal, but you know, you gotta break some eggs to make an omelet, I guess. So we're going to turn off the main road up to the road that takes us into the campground loops. So the first thing that you'll notice up here on the right is excess parking and recycling and trash dumpsters. So definitely have an extra place to park if you need to, and a great place to get rid of trash and that kind of thing. So here we are, we're coming up on that area. So there are the dumpsters, and there's your extra parking area. Now there's no camping in that parking area, so you can't come in there and stay the night, but you can park there if you need to, park an extra vehicle. All right, and so we're heading into Loop A, and Loop A is sites A1 to A34. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to call out the sites, as it's pretty hard. I think that's A5 to the left. But I just want you to get kind of a general sense of what this campground is like. There's the path to the restrooms. I think that's A8 to the left there, that pull-through site. So, you know, some are you know, pretty nice, you know, pull-through sites, pretty nice back-end sites. Other sites are quite small. So, you know, definitely, you know, keep that in mind. In Loop A, there are no electric hookups, but generators are also not allowed in this loop. So, and obviously there, that's site A17. You know, you can get a big piece of equipment in there if you need to. He obviously came in the loop the wrong way to put it in there, but, you know. But, you know, as you can see, you know, it's a nice campground. Lots of vegetation to block sight lines, so you really feel secluded in your site, which is nice. But again, no generator, so no power whatsoever. If you don't have, you know, solar or some kind of way to generate power that isn't a generator, you're going to be, you know, out of luck for power. So that is Loop A, and you can reserve these sites. And last I checked, it was $20 a night, but prices do vary, so don't hold me to that. Depending on when you're viewing this, prices may have changed. Okay, so that's Loop A. So we're going to head out of Loop A and head into Loop B and go around Loop B. And Loop B is reservable, and this loop has electric hookups. So this is where I would have loved to stay, because we work when we travel, so we need power. So we were struggling here because the only way we can recharge our batteries right now is through generator power. We don't have solar on the trailer yet, so it'd have been really nice to have electric hookups, or to be able to run our generator during, you know, non-quiet hours, but it's not allowed here. So, you know, kind of strange that they don't allow generator use during, you know, normal hours. But anyway, that B1 there off to the left was a handicap site that was all paved, as you could see. That's B3 to the left, and then we're passing, I think, B4 and B5 to the right. So as you can see, you know, a little bit bigger trailer sites, and then those are the paths to the restrooms. That tent there was B6, I think, and then we've got B7 and B8 and B9 there. So again, you know, loops that the sites are pretty secluded. You have good vegetation to block sight lines. I really like that in a campground. You will have to do a little bit of leveling in these sites. A lot of the sites are sloped a little bit, so but it's not bad by any means. If you have any kind of ability to level, like blocks or whatever, you should be just fine. As you can see, people are getting some rather large trailers in, even if they're wedging them in there. So I think that's B21 to the left there. And so that should be B20 to the right, or B22. I might be off in my numbers, though. I can't read the signs as we pass. But again, just trying to give you an idea of what the campground loop is like. And so even though these do have electric hookups, there are no water hookups. So there are spigots around the campground where you can fill your water. So we're going to head out of Loop B and head into Loop C. So in Loop C, these are all small trailer sites, right? They are not big. So anything less than 25 feet. And then, unless this has changed, the inner loop is first come, first serve. So inside the loop is first come, first serve sites. And then the outer loop are reservable for $20 a night. Oh, I should have mentioned, by the way, that in Loop B, they are $34 a night as of the making of this video. Prices do change, though. So, okay, so we're heading in here. As you can see, in this site, parking is very, very limited. So you're limited to, vans, small RVs, small trailers. Like that guy is probably pushing it. But as you can see, you just park along the road and then take your tent or whatever down into your site. So this is perfect for little pop-ups or teardrops, tent campers. And again, no electric in this loop, no generator use in this loop. And sometimes it's a little tight to get through. Always be on the lookout for kids on bikes and scooters. All right, so that pretty much completes Loop C. And so we're going to drive out of the campground now to give you a look at what that looks like. I'm going to follow the path with the red arrows. So we turn right. The next intersection to the right will be the entrance and exit to Loop B, and just beyond that to the right will be the entrance and exit to Loop A. Between Loop B and Loop A, off to the left, is the path down to the amphitheater. So that's a drive-in tour of the campground at South Rim Campground at Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park.
Okay guys, well we got a lull in the rain, let's finish out this video. Something to be keenly aware of is that there is very minimal water here at Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. They truck the water in, so water is only to be used for drinking. They don't want you washing dishes, they don't want you taking showers. And by the way guys, as you saw, the restrooms are just vault toilets, right? No sinks, no showers. But even if you have your own shower facilities. Let's say you've got an outdoor shower on your RV or something like that. They don't want you doing that outside. They don't want you to fill your RVs. They want you, if you've got an RV or travel trailer, they want you to fill your water before you come into the park somehow or somewhere. They don't want you filling up here. They only want the water to be used for drinking water. So that's something that's very, very important to know. There's also no dump stations in the park. So if you have an RV or a travel trailer and you fill up your black tank or your gray tank, there's no dump. So you're gonna have to go dump it somewhere else. The other thing that is important to know is that power is available in Loop B, but that means that in Loop A and C, generators are not allowed at any time, which was a real bummer for me because I use my generator to recharge my lithium batteries. So I don't have solar yet on the cargo camper. That's coming soon, but I don't have solar yet, so I use my generator to recharge. So sometime during the day, like in the middle of the day or something like that, I need about a 2 to 4 hour run time on the generator to charge my batteries, and I wasn't able to do that here. So that kind of sucked. But at the same time, I know there's a bunch of you who are probably like, no generators, yay. And I totally get it, guys. So, but just be aware that if you're someone who needs to run your camper or your RV, or you work as you travel, you cannot run generators in loops A or B, or A or C anytime, and B is the only loop with electricity. The other thing to be aware of, guys, is the bear boxes in every site. So, you know, there are black bears in Black Canyon of the Gunnison. Be aware, be bear smart, make sure that you're not having anything in your tent or left out for bears to get into. We didn't see any in the park, and my guess is the rangers do a really good job of keeping the bears away from the campground. But like all things wild, they wander, and one could wander into the camp, and you definitely don't want to be the guy or gal who leaves something out, and then the rangers have to deal with a bear that's now gotten into human food. So definitely be bear smart. Use the bear boxes if you need them. Otherwise, leave all your food, anything with a scent, so deodorant, cleaning chemicals, anything like that, either in a hard-sided camper or vehicle, locked in the vehicle, or in the bear box. And then, of course, the last thing, guys, is, and I mentioned it before, but I just want to mention it again, for those of you who are used to traveling and camping in state parks, and maybe you're planning your first out west trip or something like that. I know a lot of my viewers are from the eastern part of the United States. There are no showers in most of the federal campgrounds out west. So that's your national forests, your national parks. Most of them do not have showers. So if you are planning to go from park to park, or park to forest, or to a bunch of national forests, you need to have a plan for how to take a shower. I always recommend truck stop showers. I like the showers at like Love's or Truck Stops of America or Pilot, because they're great. You get, you know, I think it was like $18 for 30 minutes at the last one I just paid. You know, it was awesome. So be aware, you need to take care of your hygiene in places where there are no showers. So if you're camping out here and you're doing a long trip like us, we're doing a 6-week trip, definitely want to make sure that you have shower plans in mind. So guys, this is part of our 2024 summer tour where we're going from our house all the way in Tampa, Florida, all the way out to the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State and back. And so guys, this is the second to last stop on our trip. So we have one more campground to come in the campground reviews from this trip. And of course, we're going to bring you a whole lot more campground reviews as we move forward with Camp Outside. So guys, I'm Kevin with Camp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. We exist to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. So if you have any questions about camping at Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, or the South Rim Campground, or the park itself, drop some in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Or if you've stayed here before, let us know what you thought of it. Tell us what you think. Drop some in the comments. You can also connect with us on our other social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and X, or our website at campoutside.com. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe and that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos. Again, we have a lot more coming, and we have a lot that we've already covered. So if this is the first video you've seen on Camp Outside, make sure you check out our channel. We do a whole lot of camping, hiking, and fishing content all over North America. So hopefully you can find something else that interests you. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.